From getting into a high-speed crash,
Me too. Help! Help! Oh shit!
to chugging down gallons of alcohol, SE streamers leave no holes in getting into trouble. Here are the 10-time streamers landed straight in the hospital. Roy Fabito, aka Guava Juice, is known for his wild and wacky videos. But this time, things got too wild. He decided to try the famous watermelon challenge. You know, the one where you keep wrapping rubber bands around a watermelon until it explodes. Well, it was fun until it wasn't.
Let me get a towel. I fell down, yo.
As the tension built up, so did the excitement. Rubber band after rubber band, the watermelon was holding on for dear life. Roy was way too close. A massive chunk of watermelon smacked him right in the face, and suddenly, he was on the ground. He was down, with blood pouring from his nose.
God, this is your actual... Oh, crap.
Roy was rushed to the hospital, where they treated his super bloody nose and made sure he wasn't seriously injured. Luckily, he was fine, just a little battered, bruised, and probably traumatized by fruit forever. Phantom, one of the most loved AMP members, had it way worse.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, I think my life is over. I'm gonna keep it a buck with y'all. It's over.
He was just trying to have a chill night. Before even sitting down, he decided to try out some new skincare products. You know, that fancy glow system type of stuff. He put it on, felt fresh, and was all set to relax. Or so he thought. Just as he was about to kick back, the homies hit him up to play basketball. He hit the court and started dribbling, but something felt off. The ball was in his hands, but he couldn't feel it. His hands were just numb, but he kept playing. Then, after a few more plays, he felt his nose get super hard.
I started feeling my nose get like really hard. I'm like, yo, something is wrong. I feel really hot, but I don't know, you know what I'm saying? I just think like it's a sweat because I'm playing back.
At first, he thought it was just sweat from playing, but then his whole face started heating up, and not in a good way. That's when he knew something was seriously wrong. He rushed to the hospital, and it turns out it was a crazy allergic reaction.
Look, in the hospital right now, this shit gave me an allergic reaction. Alright? This shit gave me an allergic... Niggas be thinking I be lying. Niggas is... You know, like, when you go outside, and like, for me, sometimes people know me, and they say, yo, Phantom. Niggas is saying, yo, Phantom? Like, they questioning me and shit.
If you thought numb hands and rock-hard noses were bad, buckle up. Because Rebecca, aka Just a Minx, took things to a whole new level.
I didn't leak anything. Are you fucking whiskey?
Minx has a long history of alcohol-fueled chaos. And let's just say, things have gotten messy. She's gone viral multiple times for drunken live streams, slurring her words and making concerning statements.
How many problems are you having?
How many problems do you having?
Yeah.
How many? What?
One time, she even called her dad live on stream after nearly passing out, and people were genuinely worried someone needed to rush her to the hospital. And well, they weren't wrong. At the Streamer Awards after party, Minx got so out of control that security had to shut the entire event down. Yep, $50,000 gone just like that. The venue had a strict contract. Any disturbances? Party's over.
Another one.
And this wasn't her first rodeo. She's been banned on Twitch, kicked out of Optic Gaming, and even got thrown out of a party for literally jumping onto a beer pong table.
Now what are you gonna do? Are you okay, bro?
After the whole disaster, she addressed the backlash and said she wasn't making excuses, but also claimed she had a seizure after being pushed over. She even shared hospital photos to prove it. Whether people believed her or not, one thing was clear. Her drinking was spiraling. Vitaly. April 12th, 2020 was the day Vitaly learned the hard way that gravity always wins. We all know Vitaly is a wild one. He's done some crazy stunts before, but this time, yeah, he probably should have sat this one out. He decided to go skydiving. But not just any skydiving. He went with a custom-made canopy. The canopy malfunctioned, and instead of gliding gracefully through the air like a pro, he plummeted hard to the ground. And by hard, I mean really, really hard.
Do us a favor, keep your neck straight, okay?
The landing was brutal. Vitaly suffered multiple fractures in his back and neck. He had to undergo serious surgery and then spent a long time in rehab, learning how to move again. He even posted a video of himself being loaded onto a stretcher. His ex-girlfriend, Kinsey Wolanski, stuck by his side, even feeding him food while he was in the hospital. According to Kinsey, he handled the catheter worse than the broken bones. But if you thought falling from the sky was bad, our next streamer got taken down by something much, much smaller. Sam Pepper. You might be dreaming of India like a Bollywood movie, all singing, dancing, and endless food fun. But for Sam, his trip turned into a full-blown horror show.
So you're gonna wake up and you won't be in India. You're gonna wake up and you won't be in India.
Sam was exploring Ujjain, Madhya Pradesh, happily trying out street food like a true adventurer, and then he met his match, a Banglasi.
And this is a Baba, and he's been here 17 years making this, it's like a milk.
Now, if you don't know, Banglasi is a traditional drink made with cannabis. It's super popular in India, especially during festivals.
Weed, and it has spices in it, and it's made with milk and curds and pomegranate seeds. Yeah, I'm gonna try this. I'll let you know. How it.
Sam loved it. He even said it was amazing. Within hours, things went downhill, and the next thing you know, he was vomiting blood. The street food tour quickly turned into an ambulance ride, and he was immediately hospitalized for severe digestive issues.
Just leave me open, blood just spraying everywhere. That's crazy.
After surviving what probably felt like death by Lassie, Sam still tweeted, "Just to be clear, I love India. But if you thought drinking a weird milkshake and landing in the hospital was bad, wait until you hear about our next streamer, who drank something way worse and didn't make it out alive." This streamer was hosting a live challenge where every donation meant she had to spin a wheel, and whatever it landed on, she had to eat or drink. For a $13,000 donation, she took it way too far. She ended up chugging 2 liters of alcohol. That's an insane amount, even for the most hardcore drinkers. But before the stream, she had taken an antibiotic called cephalosporin. And if you know anything about medicine, you know that mixing it with alcohol is basically playing Russian roulette. At first she was fine, laughing, spinning the wheel, taking shots like a champ. But then, it hit her. She started feeling dizzy, her skin turned pale, and before anyone could process what was happening, she collapsed. Her viewers, watching in real time, immediately called the police. She was rushed to the hospital, but despite every medical effort, she didn't make it. The doctors confirmed it was acute alcohol poisoning, made worse by the antibiotic. Jack Doherty, the 20-year-old YouTube daredevil. It was a car crash. A wild, stupid, totally avoidable car crash. Now, Jack lives in Florida, where it's either sunny or raining like a monsoon. It was raining. But did that stop Jack from speeding in his McLaren? Nope. Did that stop him from being on his phone while speeding in his McLaren? Also nope. Here's the thing about water and fast cars. They don't mix. The moment Jack's tires hit that wet road at high speed, his car hydroplaned, meaning he lost all control.
Oh shit. Michael. Kill, oh fuck. Help!
Watch out.
Help!
I'm shooting the window, watch out, I'm shooting the window.
No, don't do that.
Why?
Where's your
I can't
phone?
breathe. I'm shooting the window.
Don't do it.
Now, you'd think this would be the moment Jack panicked. Because Jack wasn't alone, his cameraman was right there, getting tossed around like a rag doll. The guy ended up with cuts and bruises on his face. After the crash, Jack was hospitalized. There were talks about him getting banned from Kick, but knowing Jack, this probably won't be the last time he pulls something insane. And speaking of insane, our next streamer, he ended up in the hospital. Not once, but twice. I Show Speed, the man, the myth, the absolute chaos magnet. If there's one thing Speed does best, it's going viral for the most ridiculous reasons. But this time Japan almost took him out. Twice. Speed took a trip to Japan, dreaming of watching Ronaldo play. Before he could even shout SUI at the stadium, he landed himself in the hospital. Turns out, he had an intense sinus infection, which led to cluster headaches so bad that doctors said he could have lost his eye if he didn't get immediate treatment. That's hospitalization number 1. But Speed being Speed, he bounced back. And what's the perfect way to recover from a near-death experience? Getting tackled at a WWE event, obviously. Yep. This guy thought it'd be fun to jump into a segment with Braun Breaker, a professional wrestler built like a human wrecking ball. And surprise, Speed got slammed so hard that he needed another trip to the hospital. 2 hospitalizations. 1 trip, classic Speed. But if you think this was crazy, wait until you hear about our next streamer, Adriana Chechik. TwitchCon 2022, where streamers met fans, played games, and apparently got absolutely wrecked by a foam pit. Adriana thought she was about to have a fun little moment in a Lenovo-sponsored foam pit. You know, one of those pits where you jump in, land soft, and pop right back up? Yeah, not this one. Adriana had just won a foam sword fight against fellow streamer Eddie Bot. To celebrate, she jumped right into the foam. Only problem? There was basically no foam. Instead of sinking into a nice cushy landing, she slammed straight onto the hard concrete below. Instant pain. She tried to get up. Nope. Her back was done. Turns out she had completely broken her spine. She needed surgery to put in a metal rod. All because TwitchCon thought 3 sad little foam cubes were enough protection. After the incident, Adriana did not hold back. She dragged the event organizers for not making the pit safe. And honestly, rightfully so. And if you think this was bad, our next streamer? Well, let's just say it was worse. XQC. It's no secret that XQC isn't exactly the picture of peak health. The guy streams for hours, eats like a raccoon, and probably survives on energy drinks and pure adrenaline. But this time, yeah, his body straight up said nope. Everything seemed fine until he started losing balance midstream. Then, he complains that his ears feel weird.
Wearing headphones would have been a disaster. Okay, my ears were bugging. Like, literally bugging.
He suddenly realized he might have massive vertigo. So, like any rational person, he bolts to the hospital. The diagnosis? Double ear infection. Not just any ear infection, one so bad it had him bleeding from both ears. Oh, but it gets worse. This came just weeks after he tested positive for COVID-19 following TwitchCon 2022. He had already been feeling off, missing streams left and right, and now, his face was swelling up so badly he could barely eat, talk, or even hear. Doctors got him on antibiotics, and eventually, the swelling started to calm down. He reassured fans that his eardrum membranes were still intact, so at least he didn't go full Beethoven.